Introduction of Real Tanka, Part 5. A snapshot tanka, an example of Japanese tanka expressing human feelings inspired by natural scenery, whose English translation can compose a poem, but will often fall short of 57577 format. In 57577 Japanese syllables, 羨ましい共に散る散る桜花花見終わればちりぢりの人掛け言葉 start A 羨ましいAdjective, enviable. How enviable. B. Urayama, noun, a mountain behind human residence. C. Postpositional particle, emphatic. And the mountains behind. Kakekotoba, end. Tomoni, adverb, together. Chiru, verb, fall, leave trees. Chiru, verb, fall, leave trees. Sakurabana, noun, a cherry tree, cherry blossom. All together where cherry flowers leave trees. Kakekotoba, start. A. Hana, noun, flowers, blossom. Mi, verb, see, view, watch. Oware, verb, finish. Be through with. Ba, postpositional particle, conjunction. When, as soon as. After watching flowers. B. Hanami, noun, a feast and a cherry blossom. Oware, verb, finish, be through with. Ba, postpositional particle, conjunction. When, as soon as. When the cherry viewing party is over. Kakekotoba, end. Chiri-jiri, adjective, apart, asunder, by twos and threes. No postpositional particle, manner, like, as, the way. Hito, noun, human beings, people. People will leave trees by twos and threes. In 5757, not 57577 English words. How I envy cherry blossom. Together they'll be gone away from trees. When the party is over, we leave trees by twos and threes. A quirk of fancy is a good spice in tanka. The most notable feature of the tanka above is an unexpected turn of fancy. To be more precise, two unusual turns of fancy. There have been countless Japanese poems made on the theme of cherry blossom in spring, one pattern of which rejoices over its beauty. The other laments over its passing. This poem, on the other hand, envies cherry flowers not for their beauty in their prime, but for their combined destiny in their decline. Together they flourish, together they perish. They are all the more beautiful for thriving at the same time, and their demise is the less tragic for passing away altogether. This strange viewpoint of envy cast on falling flowers is unique enough, but the poem does not end there. It then turns its eye from falling flowers to parting viewers. The former leave trees together, the latter by twos and threes. The idea that human viewers of cherry blossom are all alone makes the scene of falling flowers all the more forlorn. Contrasting imagery in 575-77 tanka is hard to express in a compact 575 haiku. Some people might feel that the essence of the 575-77 letters of tanka above could be more acutely compacted into 575 letters of haiku, but this author, Jang Onoda, doubts it. The 17-letter word of haiku is too small to express contrasted imagery, which is the life force of the original tanka of 31 letters. Let's see how it changes and loses its original charm. In 575 Japanese syllables of haiku, 枝波に絵先散らじな花見客。枝 noun, branches, boughs, 波に adverb, likewise, all together. Likewise on the same branch. A adverb, negative, cannot possibly. Saki, verb, bloom, come out. Chira, verb, fall down, leave trees. Ji, auxiliary verb, negative supposition, will not. Na, postpositional particle, interjection. They couldn't possibly see their prime or wane together. Hanami kyaku, noun, participants in a flower viewing party. Unlike cherry flowers, flower viewing audiences couldn't. In 77, not 575 English words. Oh, that we viewers, like cherry flowers, could flourish or perish, altogether not alone. Well, what do you feel about the haiku version and its still shorter English translation? Nicely compacted? Maybe, but it's too cramped to feel poetically comfortable. And the conceptual focus of the haiku is constantly on hanami kyaku, cherry flower viewers. Cherry flowers only appear as a minor guest in English translation, and there is no space in the Japanese haiku version for sakura bana, which plays the primary role in the original tanka. The idea that cherry flowers bloom and fall together, 枝波に咲き散る, and that human beings could not rise and fall together, 枝波に絵咲き散らじ, are compressed together into a single complicated stream in 17 letters of 枝波に絵咲き散らじな花見客. As a result, the haiku version does not envy the cherry flowers for their combined destiny in their decline, nor does it lament over the solitary destiny of human beings who would only live, thrive, and die alone. It simply points it out as an objective fact. To sum up, there is only observation and no passion involved in the haiku version. The lack of the original phrase, urayamashi, how enviable, in the haiku version says it all. The 17-letter poem precludes emotional phrases. Emotion is something not to be expressed in words, but to be indirectly evoked by the scenery depicted in haiku. Verbally unseen, yet lurking in scene, is the ideal style of emotional expression in any type of poetry. But haiku is indubitably the only style of poetry in the world that absolutely denies direct emotional expression. It is possible to make a directly emotional haiku like 悲しいな夏の終わりのセミの声悲しいな How sad 夏の終わりの At the end of summer セミの声 Cicada's voice. But no self-respecting poet would earnestly listen to it, for it simply wastes away the precious 5 letters which would otherwise suggest something more. In order to sound like a haiku, it should instead be something like しみじみと夏も終わりのセミの声しみじみと It sinks deep into my heart 夏も終わりの Summer is coming to its end too セミの声 Cicada's voice already on the wane. In an authentic haiku, emotions must exist behind the scenes, never in words. These example poems of mine were meant to show you the fundamental difference between a 31-letter tanka and a 17-letter haiku. The latter is not merely a shorter version of the former. They are essentially different in the attitude toward emotional expression. You could expand a 17-letter haiku into a 31-letter tanka, but never should you try to compress the latter into the former. You'll only end up saying nothing, or something utterly different from the original.